vultures, rulers of the skies, hunters and masters of flight. Welcome to Predators on Wings.
Thank you. Hello and very good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How is everyone feeling this afternoon? Feeling good? Oh, come on, there's so many of you. Let's try this one more time. How is everyone feeling this afternoon? Feeling good? Much better. By the way, my name is Daria and I am a raptor ranger. My buddy Dina and I, we are very passionate about understanding and protecting birds of prey.
So, as Raptor Rangers, we conduct rescue and release efforts. We also have to take care of the birds too. So today, we're going to introduce you to some of our favorite predators on wings.
So ladies and gentlemen, Dina, did you hear that?
Oh yes, Daria, that's a very good vehicle. But where is it coming from? Okay, look at that! Oh! That is Captain, our one-bellied sea eagle. One-bellied sea eagle can be found in Southeast Asia and one of the largest reptiles that you can spot right here in Singapore.
The white-bellied sea eagles, they are free to drop on the slides, which allows them to get a good grip over slippery and shrubby prey, like fish and even snakes.
Well, talking about snake, I'm from Replica right over here. We're gonna watch Nelson snatch snakes from the surface of the water. Alright, Nelson, whenever you are ready. And here he comes! Diving in! Wow!
That was pretty impressive, but a little fast as well. So if you missed that, not to worry, we do have a video. Check this out, everyone. Look at that impressive snatch. Let's give Nelson another round of applause. Thank you.
And Daria, that is why the white-bellied sea eagle is one of my favorite reptiles to spot in Singapore.
But Dina, there is another bird of prey which I really like, and you can commonly spot right here in Singapore as well. That would be the Brahminy kites. So everyone, let's say hello to Rado. Okay, check this out. Wow! Nice catch. The Brahminy kites are very agile and maneuverable in flight. So would you like to see that one more time? Yes or no? Okay, here he comes. And fantastic. Brahminy kites, they are medium-sized reptiles, but do not let their size fool you because they are more than capable of stealing or even snatching food away from a bird as big as Nelson, our white-bellied sea eagle. In fact, as you are walking around the parks here in Mandai, do remember to look up because you might be lucky enough to spot yourselves some wild white-bellied sea eagles or even wild brownie kites flying around. This on the screen is what it look like soaring high up in the skies. The one on your left would be the white-bellied sea eagle and your right the brownie kites.
Well, it's easy to spot the differences between these two birds. First, will be their obvious size difference, followed by their color ratio. And last but not least, the shape of their wings. For the white-bellied sea eagle, they have a V-shaped wing and a wedge-shaped tail.
And as for the brownie kites, they are brown in color. They have M-shaped wings with a U-shaped tail.
Ladies and gentlemen, each year, 2 million raptors migrate during the winter from their breeding grounds in Europe and Asia, traveling to as far as Africa. It is a perilous journey, and thousands never make it to their destination.
Each year, thousands of these birds are being killed for sport. So we will need your help to save and protect them, or our skies will soon be empty.
Indeed, birds of prey are vital to the health of our planet. They help to remove old, sick animals and help to get rid of pests. And one bird in particular that helps us with pest control is none other than the owl. So everyone, let's welcome Eclipse, our Malay fish owl. Another local species that you can spot right here in Singapore. And the rodents that these birds hunt for never hear them coming. Well, that's because owls are masters of silent flight.
Speaking of silent flights, we have another Malay fish owl right up there, and that is Mambang. So in a very short while, he will be joining us on stage. But before that, I will need everyone to please remain seated, especially those in this section. Once again, please do remain seated, and let us all be as quiet as possible, so that you can get to experience the owl's unique ability of a silent flight. Whoa, let's give him a big hand! Thank you. And the reason why owls are capable of silent flight is because they have soft edges at the tip of their feathers, which alters air turbulence and absorbs noise, making their flight as quiet as a whisper. Now these birds, they also have incredible eyesight. In fact, they do have binocular vision just like all of us.
Well, speaking about their eyes, did you know that the colors of their eyes tells us when they like to hunt? Owls with yellow eyes like Eclipse and Lantavia, they prefer to hunt during the day. Owls with orange eyes hunt during sunrise and sunset. But what about owls with dark black eyes? Well, they hunt during the night.
Now I have a question for everyone here. I'm pretty sure we all know that owls are more than capable of turning their heads all the way to the back. But the question I have for everyone here is, how many degrees can an owl turn its head for? Does anyone know? Okay, 270. I heard a lot of 270s. I heard 360 over here. Any answers from that side? 270 as well? Okay, how about here? Well, actually, I think most of you got it right. The correct answer is indeed 270 degrees. So well done, give yourself a round of applause. And if you're wondering what does 270 degrees look like, well, take a look at the screen. We have a demonstration. All the way to the back. Very impressive. It is a common misconception that owls can turn their heads up to 360 degrees, but that would be a full circle. And if the owl were to do that, they would actually sprain their necks. So we don't want that happening to them. And right now it's time for our lovely owls, Mambang and Eclipse, to make their way back home. Can all of you wave and say bye-bye? Thank you very much, Mambang and Eclipse, our lovely Malay fish owls. Just met some of our favorite bird of prey from Asia. Right now we're headed west to the Americas to meet more charismatic raptors. First up, we have Susie, our American bald eagle. Susie here this year, she's about 33 years old. But she has been with us for more than 27 years. She is retired, but is a much-loved member of our Mandai family.
Well, in zoos or parks like this one, animals live a lot longer than they would in the wild. So that means that they would have to retire after working for so many years.
And if you're wondering where do our retired raptors go to, well, this would be our lush and shaded raptor retirement aviary, where you can see many different species of our retired raptors coexisting together.
Well, if you continue looking on the screen, you can see that I'm giving Susie eye drops to help her with the cataract on her left eye.
And up next we have Ethan, our senior Brahminic kite, a star from our previous bird park. Ethan here currently needs to be be hand-fed daily due to being partially blind. However, everyone, retirees, they do love to stay active and stimulated. So that is why we have Susie out here to say hello to all of you.
And you know what, Daria? I think it's time for Susie to head back home to meet with a team of bedside trainers. Let's give it up for Susie, our American Bald Eagle.
Thank you. Now when we think of birds of prey, we often think they like to spend most of their time high up in the air searching or hunting for food. But our next bird of prey joining us is actually known to spend most of his time on the forest ground foraging for food. So as you can see, Dina is setting up the stage for our next predator. And this bird, he looks like a falcon with sharp beak and talons, but he behaves like a vulture and will sometimes feed on carcasses. So coming from South and Central America, let's welcome Raul, our solid president, Caracara. Good afternoon, sir.
Well, this is an unusual bird of prey. He uses his long legs to walk and forage skillfully. And right now, Raul is very busy looking for the treats that are hidden underneath these rocks. And in the wild, he'll be looking for insects and worms. Alright, Mr. Raul, have you checked all the rocks? I think you want to check those five. What about this rock here, sir? There you go. Let's give him a big round of applause. Thank you. But what if the insects were to fly and take off? Well, they're able to do vertical flights into the air, just like this.
Yeah, come on. He can do much higher, right?
Alright, we're gonna go higher. Okay, Mr. Raul, let's impress them. On the count of three. Oh, you lost some weight. Alright. 1, 2, and 3. There you go.
Wow, much better. No? They're still not impressed.
Not impressed?
You have to work for your applause, okay, Raul? Okay, one last one right over here. Get your cameras ready, everyone. 1, 2, 3, and oh! Fantastic! You've done a wonderful job, Raul. Time for you to head back home. Let's give it up for Raul, everyone. Our South Crested Caracara. Thank you. But the Southern Crested Caracaras, they aren't strong enough to rip open the top hide of a carcass. They would need some bird friends to do the hard work first. Bird friends like vultures. However, vultures, they are widely misunderstood birds of prey. You know when you watch TV, they often portray vultures as evil birds, soaring high up in the skies, with ominous music in the background and a sense of impending doom. Well, we are here to tell all of you the real story.
Vultures are nature's winner group. They use columns of air to fly and glide, searching for carcasses, using their strong sense of sight and smell. Vultures helps to prevent the spread of contagious diseases.
And with that, let's welcome our first vulture, Zena, our turkey vulture. Turkey vultures, they can be found in the Americas, and they are one of the few with a finely tuned sense of smell.
So that means when there is a carcass nearby, turkey vultures will be the first ones on the scene, followed by the bigger vultures who will rip open the top hide of the dead animal.
Now, another fun fact about turkey vultures is that they have really acidic stomach acids. Their stomach acid is as acidic as car batteries, which is close to almost 0 pH level. And this actually helps them to digest carrion pretty well. Azina has done a lovely performance out here. Time for her to head back to her trainer. Let's put our hands together for Zena, everyone, our turkey vulture. Thank you. Now, our next vulture joining us is also from the Americas. In Mayan legends, these birds were seen to be the messengers between humans and gods, earning them the title king. These vultures are the only species of vultures with multicolored heads and light piercing eyes.
And joining us here on stage will be our trainer, who will be working with our next scavenger. Everybody say hi, Namira!
Hi, Namila.
Alright, well, Namira will be working with our next scavenger. If you want to look closely, she's holding on to a target stick. This is a tool that we use to direct and guide the bird to the position where we want them to be. And it looks like our trainer is all set and ready, Daria.
So introducing to you Goncalves, our magnificent king vulture.
Wow, look at that flight! Well, king vultures are amongst the world's largest scavengers, and they have powerful beaks. Smaller vultures will make way for the king when he descends. Well, that's because king vultures are able to get to parts of the carcass which other vultures cannot.
But Dina, they don't just intimidate smaller vultures, right?
Oh, that's right, Daria. King vultures are among the most aggressive of their kind. And up close, you can hear them hiss as they approach. So that is why we are letting our trainer to work very closely with Goncalves.
And let's give him a royal stand up, Goncalves, our magnificent king vulture. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, keep your eyes on the screen. That looks like a scene of chaos. A bunch of greedy birds competing and stripping a large carcass right down to its bones. Well, to me, Dina, this looks like a very disorganized feed frenzy.
But Daria, what about to tell you that vultures are social species and they respect their place in the pecking order. So, when vultures gather, there is a feeding protocol.
You're absolutely right, Dina. So let's welcome our next guest to the feast, our African white-speckled vulture. These are the middleweights who would eat the flesh and organs of a carcass. They are very sociable but yet aggressive feeders. And once they find a carcass, they will wait nearby before beginning to feed. But once they get going, about 100 birds would gather for a meal and strip a large carcass right down to its bones in less than 20 minutes. Once widely found across Africa, these birds, they are now critically endangered.
Moving on to the next course of the meal will be the height and ligament of the animal. Enter the Cinnarius vulture, the heavyweight from Europe. Well, these birds are solitary species except when they're mating and having chicks. They prefer to feed in smaller groups. And a male right back there has strong gripping feet and a powerful hook beak to rip open the tongue pipe of the dead animal, eating chunks of flesh.
Now everyone check out his wide wingspan as he joins us on front stage. Very excited to join us in the feast. Okay, hold on there, buddy. And there you go. And we do have 2 more scavengers for everyone here. So please do remain seated. Once again, please do remain seated as we welcome our marabou storks. And one more right up there. These are our marabou storks. They can be found in Africa. If you take a closer look at them, you'll notice that they have a dagger-like beak and a stern old man face, earning them the title the old man storks. Now, though they're not vultures, they cooperate and coexist to them, joining them during the big feast. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, did you know that about 11 species of vultures in Africa help all of us to clean up to 70% of the continent's area? So we would all be in a lot of trouble without vultures. Isn't that right, Dina?
Well, that's right, Daria. But all over the world, we are losing these amazing birds to many reasons. Deforestation, electrocution, poison carcasses, and even superstitious beliefs. Many are now critically endangered, and conservation efforts from all over the world will be the only way to save them from extinction. So let us all take a moment and show our appreciation to these amazing birds for keeping our environment safe and clean. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Thank you. Today we've met raptors and scavengers, with kings of the skies and the walkers of our earth. They are a part of our ecosystem, a part of our planet. And if we were to lose them, we would be losing a part of our family.
And having said that, let us all learn to live in harmony with all predators on wings.
Thank you very much for joining us here this afternoon. If you'd like to learn more about parrots, pelicans, or flamingos, do head back here in Sky Amphitheatre at 5 p.m. for the Wings of the World presentation. Once again, 5 p.m. right here in the Sky Amphitheatre for the Wings of the World presentation. We hope you have a wonderful day ahead.